Hey guys, how are you? Andy Sukhu, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So, today I have an amazing topic I want to talk about. Actually, I have three topics I want to talk about. But we're going to talk about this topic first, and that is the PPP loan from the SBA. First off, let me be upfront with you guys. I didn't know anything about this, that it was going on. What happened last Friday, I co-hosted a clubhouse room with my partners from 10K. Shout out to Sean. And a lot of people kept asking me this question about the PPP loans that small businesses that were getting denied. And I'm like, how? If you're a small business, you have your 941s, you're paying your taxes, you have your expenses, you're submitting it. Because there's a checklist on the SBA site you have to submit to be qualified for the loans, right? So if you have all these requirements met and you're submitting the loans, why are you getting denied? And I almost 95% of people in that room said they were getting denied for credit. Like credit, personal credit, business credit, which one are you talking about? And they weren't sure. They just got denied. And of course, they gave up, didn't resubmit the application. We'll talk about that later in the video, if you get denied, what to do. But they were getting denied for credit. So, it was like an 8-hour length of conversation in Clubhouse. You know how it goes. It can go for 24 hours. 8 hours I was in there for, and we're talking about it. Everyone kept saying credit. I'm like, interesting. So I got off the Clubhouse conversation and I started researching this. And again, this is all new to me. So I did the research to find out really if this was true and why it's true. And the small business lender, they're the one that backs the loan, right? But they have participating federal insured repository banks that are lending out the funds, or credit unions. So what that means is that they're funding the loans, but they're backing the loans, but you're getting the money from your bank, right? Or your financial institution. Or if you don't bank with someone, you can go to the SBA directly and apply. However, when you apply for them, they send it to their networks of banks, right? And it's harder with them because their network of banks is going to ask you for tons of information that you have to scramble up and look for, when if the bank that you use for your business account, they already have all your information. So it's easier to apply for the PPP loan to your business bank. So for example, our business bank is Chase and Citibank. So we will go to Chase or Citibank to apply because they already have all our tax IDs, payroll, everything. For majority of the documents they need, they already have it. Just a few items we're going to need to submit that in our payroll system. So keep that in mind, right? You're going to want to make sure that you're applying to the bank. Anyway, back to the whole thing is that the SBA, it's not spelled out in legislation. However, they do require to have acceptable credit to apply for the loan, right? And they use the SBA, I have it right here, the SBA based score, FICO SBSS credit score model. That's what they're using to qualify you for the loan. But here's what's happening. Some, it goes to the repository lender, you apply to your bank. Some banks are denying consumers because they don't have acceptable credit. And that's coming from your own bank. Now, the reason I'm doing the video is to show you that in times like these, when things are tough, the economy is struggling right now, people are losing jobs, people don't have food, people are losing apartments, and businesses are closing down, and you want to stay above water. You're trying to keep your company afloat, and you're applying for these loans. And it's interesting how your personal credit can affect you getting a PPP loan, a government loan, right? And that's what I want to talk about, is that don't take your personal credit lightly, because it could affect you in times of these too. Now, what's happening, not all lenders are doing it. Not all lenders, but there's a handful of lenders that if you apply for, and I'll try to get a list for you guys of lenders that are denying you based off of your credit, your personal credit, and it has to be a fair score. And I think, hold on one second, it has to be somewhere in around a 600, 620 score, a decent score, acceptable score for anyone applying for a loan over $350,000 or less. Okay. Now it's interesting because it makes sense, because I started doing more research, people are talking about it. It makes sense because even though some of this loan can be forgiven, there might be about a 2 or 3% of the loan that's not forgiven that turns into a personal loan or a business loan that you have to pay back at 1% interest. So I could see why lenders are using personal credit as an approval or denial process, or part of their approval process, because some of the loans can turn into a loan that you have to pay back, and they want to make sure that you're able to pay it back. So, this is just information for you guys. I did the research. I found out, tons of notes I was writing on it, typed up my notes. And again, this was new to me. I didn't know that until I went to the clubhouse and we were talking about it. But and also, if you got denied because from your bank, what you want to do is call your bank, find out why you got denied, and resubmit the application. And if it doesn't work with that bank, resubmit it to another bank. But just don't get frustrated. I got denied and give up. It could be something minor, like this is the second PPP. We got approved for the first, we got approved for the second, and also there's talk about a third PPP coming out in March, right? That's in the works. It's still, it's not a lot of data on it yet, but they're talking about that. So if you missed on the first, second, you want to try to see if you can get the third one. So you want to make sure that all your ducks are in row. Your credit is up to par, and your personal and your business, right? Even though they didn't talk about business credit, but I'm just saying let's go a step further. Make sure our business credit is good, our personal credit is good, so we don't get denied, and make sure we have all the documents. But again, it's interesting to know that banks are denying because of personal credit, and it kind of made sense why, but it was just new. All right, guys. So listen, if you have any more questions, you can always check out the SBA website. But like I said, go directly to your bank when you want to apply. It makes it so much easier because they have all your tax IDs, your bank information, your income loss, like, whatever money comes into your account. They can provide a statement for your expense to make it easier to apply for the PPP loan. So guys, this was just education. I found out about myself, and I'm just trying to share it with you guys to make sure that, if there is a third PPP draw coming out in March, you don't miss that opportunity. It can help your business a lot. So if you have any questions, give us a call. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the link in the bio so you'll never miss a video that we push out. The video that I do, you're always going to be in tune with all the content. And here at Y2K, it's all about transparency. So as transparent as we are, and if we can be more transparent for you, let us know. But we're just trying to keep it transparent for all our clients. Talk to you soon.